Hey guys, hey everybody, Scrim here. Just wanted to make a really quick video today. I'm kind of out and about. Today's a really nice day here in Chicago, which is really awesome. It's like 69, 70 degrees, and it's really weird because we're supposed to get like 6 more weeks of winter, and I don't understand what the fuck is going on, why it's so hot out here. Literally, global warming is taking an effect, and a lot of people are not paying attention to this shit, but it's pretty awesome. I'm enjoying today. You may hear some fire sirens or whatever going on in the background. I guess that's typical everyday stuff here in Chicago if you don't know. But anyway, so I really didn't know how I was gonna do this video for a while now because like everybody's been doing videos on it, and like I really have been just watching a lot of people's stuff, and as much of the drama that has been going around, which some of you do know, like things that have been going on with like PewDiePie or aka Felix, with the whole drama and shit like that, with him losing his connections and tethers and ties with Disney and YouTube Red and his Maker Studios, which is a part of Disney or whatever. A lot of that has been going on. A lot of people have been making videos on it and like just talking about the subject and stuff like that, and basically giving their 2 cents on what they feel about the situation and shit like that. And basically, I'm not really here to talk about that. Mostly it's just been kind of like on my mind because like a lot of people have been doing videos like that, and I just don't feel like that I have a better way of putting it into my own words than some of what people have already done. But pretty much so far is just like, I just don't like the fact that like when these typical things kind of end up happening, that people try to bank off of them for views or anything like that. So even if this turns into a response video as to what happened with Felix, just know that this video won't be monetized or anything like that, because this is just something that I feel that I want to touch on, and not necessarily concerning him because I don't know him personally, but mostly just concerning the media itself, and just how, not necessarily how corrupt they are, but basically how they would go after anyone who is famous or has money or has some type of like kind of like big standpoint, especially on YouTube. Like it's a big deal. Felix is probably one of the biggest YouTubers out there, or not even probably, he is one of the biggest YouTubers out there. And for him to be a center, for him to be a target, could have possibly been anybody who has 53 million subscribers or has like the largest community base of subscribers on YouTube. It could have been anyone, because they will attack anybody who has that standpoint, and they'll try to deter and turn everything that they say into something completely negative. And that's the one thing that I really just wanted to say, like, about the media itself in a whole. It's about money, it's about views, it's about clickbaity titles, it's about all of that shit, and it's all about getting people to read their articles and read what type of shit that they're trying to say, and like whatever it is that they're trying to slander somebody's name. And of course it's juicy, meaty stuff, and that's just how the media is these days. They don't pay attention to a lot of real world things that go on, as far as like gang violence, gun violence, and all other stuff like that. And like it's every so often, like occasionally, where it'll happen, but like it'll happen for like an instant, and then after that, like nobody will care anymore, you know. And of course, whatever Felix did, as far as like, I mean, I've watched the videos, I've seen the videos, and some of them have been freaking hilarious videos, and I understand his humor and where he's coming from. But even at the same time, it was the way how he presented it, it was the way how he executed the jokes. It was not really, appropriate for a lot of people, because a lot of people feel offensive, and they feel, not necessarily feel offensive, but they're hurt by it, because like it has something to do with their culture, it has something to do with who they are as a person and things like that. And that's really the biggest thing about this little short vlog video that I wanted to talk about, is just basically judgment, and like people not understanding how to just not go by like what they perceive people to be. You don't really know a person until you actually sit down and actually have a conversation with them. And if you don't take the opportunity to do something like that, or even get to know the person, you can't really wholeheartedly judge them based off of stereotypes or opinions of your own. And I mean, I've lived my life through that. I'm a black African-American male. I live through that every day, where I feel that I have silent judgment going on behind my back, and there's nothing that I can do about it. But it's just the simple fact that people don't know me, and I've had a couple of people, interactions with a lot of people who have been different races, different cultures, and different ethnicities and religious backgrounds and things like that, who've sat down and had a conversation with me and realized that I'm not a bad person, and I don't fit the stereotype that they've already put me in a box in. They see that I'm completely different, I'm completely open-minded, and I'm an actually intelligent and intellectual individual. And I think that's what a lot of people tend to look away from. They automatically tend to just judge you based off of how you look in your appearance. We're in a day and age now where like appearance doesn't necessarily determine your personality. I mean, there's some things that we do as far as like our own dress and like how we go about our everyday life. That's what makes us different. We all have our different styles and we all have our different ways about looking, and that's perfectly fine. If if we all look the same, there wouldn't be any fun with it. We would just be all the same, and we'd be in the same box and category, and we would have no type of difference, and we would all have one like-minded mind. And it's awesome that as a human being and as a race, we have that ability to have our opinions and have our own type of styles and like different opinions on things, and like being able to come up with our own analysis of situations and stuff like that. But my thing is, don't do that without learning the truth and learning facts and knowing what it is that you're perceiving your opinion based off of. And it's just sad to see that a lot of people aren't really taking that as seriously. And I feel bad. I'm not necessarily I'm not saying that Felix got what he deserved. And I understand. He knew what the stakes were. Like, you obviously made those jokes. You knew exactly what was going to happen. You knew what the after effect would have been. And all in all, it just was handled poorly, both on the journalist's side and also on Felix's side as well. And from a business standpoint, I understand what Disney and Maker and YouTube did was like, hey, like, we can't have these things on YouTube. Even if they are edgy jokes and edgy things, this is not what we stand for. And of course, people are starting to bring back up Disney's past about them being super anti-Semitic and all the other stuff like that with a lot of things that they've done before in the past. And yeah, like, Disney's changed a lot from then into like now. It's not the same as what it used to be. So a lot of people, really, please stop pulling that card and saying that Disney is still that way, because Disney's not. I mean, there's some things that they do that's kind of like there's a lot of things that they're changing differently, and Disney's going a lot different route than like what they've been doing for the past like 60 or 70 years back in the past. So just know that that's not the case. Don't try to make Disney the bad guy here. And I think that's what like a lot of people are confused about, because they want to try to point fingers at Disney, they want to try to point fingers at YouTube, and they want to get pissed. And this has been going on for a very, very long time. Felix has had relationships with unhealthy relationships with the media a little bit, and a couple of things that YouTube has done and like stuff like that. And we all have seen that. We've all seen the sketchy things that they have done. And I'm not necessarily going to say that they are the bad guys at this point in moment. The thing is, guys, that YouTube is such a massive platform, and it has so many different content creators, and it has so many different people who are making videos and different types of creations and things like that, that there's not always ever going to be just one YouTuber, and there's always going to be somebody who's going to differentiate from someone else. So don't think that that this is the end of Felix or anything like that. Of course, he has more opportunities now. He's able to go out and do more with different organizations and other companies and things like that, whether they want to do business with him or not. But I think he's in a good place to where he can actually start his own thing, which will probably be the smartest idea for him to do. He has the resources, he has the ability, he has the people who are with his connections to do that. And it's all about respect, guys. It's all about respect. It's all about understanding and respecting your fellow man. I don't care what race, what religion, or where you're from. I don't care. Like, I'll still consider you a friend. I'll still consider you a good person in my heart, as long as we sit down and connect really well. And I'll treat you the way that you want to be treated, or the same way that I want to be treated. And I've learned that from like a very, very early age, where it's like I give respect where it's due. I don't try to just basically treat people all one way. If you treat me a certain way, I'm going to treat you, the same kind of way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm actually not going to sit here in the car for another like 10 minutes ranting on about this. I just kind of wanted to get my quick opinion across for you guys, and see what you guys think. If you want, go ahead and leave comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think. And Felix, I hope that you take the time to reflect on this. I understand it's a very big situation that has happened, and I feel you know, hopefully you grow from this. I really do. And that's the only thing you can do, is you can grow and evolve and try to be better sometime later on in the future. But I still appreciate your videos. I still appreciate your channel, what you do and what you stand for. Just know that a lot of people are thinking about you, and we do care. And, you know, just keep your head up, man. So yeah, that's all I got to say for today, guys. So I'm actually about to go hit the gym. I will catch you guys in the next video. Have fun, enjoy the weekend, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Oh, I don't know why I tried to do that. It's not working.